What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Death of the Asia. Tonight, we're gonna get into the developing story between Ti and Boosie. Y'all know that Boosie went on Vlad TV and he spoke about the situation pertaining to Ti when Ti had said that he had spoke to his ancestors from the dead, and he had told the people that his ancestors were the ones that were responsible for the guns that he had got charged for. Okay, so if y'all not up to speed with the story, it's all over the internet. I did a video about it yesterday. Y'all could go check out that video. So we ain't gonna get into the historical components of it. We just gonna pick up where it left off it, right? So Ti, he decided that he was gonna go onto a podcast again. He went onto a podcast talking about some. Oh, I was just joking. It was satire. It was sarcasm. It went over people's head when he had said that he told on his cousin that was deceased. I'm gonna need Ti to quit playing in our face, because the thing is this: when Ti did that video where he said that he told on his deceased relative, when he did that video, at the time didn't nobody know about it, but like years passed, a year or two passed, and it ended up going viral. That particular clip ended up going viral. People was making all kinds of memes talking about, he T'Challa and Wakanda, Hocus Pocus, the witches brew, all kinds of stuff, and him standing over the grave speaking to people from the dead or whatever. So it was this whole thing, this whole viral thing going on about Ti snitching on his relative in the dirt, right? If it was a joke, if it was really was a joke, then Ti would have said it was a joke at that time. Ti, he's very outspoken on social media. He would have came out and said it was a joke. A lot of people are missing a part where they're like, oh, it gotta be a joke because there's no way that you could be speaking to somebody from the dead. Y'all missing a point where, yeah, it's unrealistic that he was talking to somebody and a ghost came and visited him and told him that it's okay to snitch on them. That's what's unrealistic. That don't mean that the story that he was saying wasn't real. He used something that a lot of people, a lot of Christian folks use. They'll say something spoke to me. They got a message. The Lord said. You know what I'm saying? Somebody came to me in a dream. You got a lot of people that will say things like that. So it's not far-fetched that he would say that this guy came to him and spoke to him and gave him a message from the grave. That's the part that people are missing and trying to take up for Ti and say, oh, we got it misunderstood. He really was joking. No, he was not joking. This nigga is a real clown for real. Like, dude, you a real clown. You the clown of the South at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because quit you playing in people's face and you trying to piss down people's leg and make them believe that it's raining. Don't insult nobody intelligence. Just take your charge. Like, you didn't take your charge in the beginning when you were supposed to, but now you got to take your charge. Now, what they say, you either gonna pay on the front end or you gonna pay on the back end, but you gonna pay. And at this particular point, Ti, he paying on the back end, because it seemed like to me karma is catching up with his ass because something he didn't do right. It seemed like to me the nigga was drunk on that podcast when he told that story about his cousin. He was full of that good oil. He had a heavy and a guilty conscience. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: a drunk mind speaks a sober tongue. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is yeah, he was feeling himself. He thought it wasn't nothing. Even in the podcast, he said, I'm just being honest. This is something that I never told a person, anybody before. Basically, I'm giving y'all this hot, fresh off the press. You dropped an exclusive on that podcast, but now you want to play in our face and tell us, oh, it went over our head. It was a joke. It was sarcasm. A nigga that already been called a snitch and a rat from doing Crime Stoppers or what have you, and you were able to get away with that and people didn't hold your foot to the fire with that, you're not gonna play with your name to that extent where you make jokes about you snitching. It's not a joke. And then he keep on saying, pull the paperwork. It's in the paperwork. Here's the thing. I don't know about all of how that case entails and the way he tried to explain how his case was dismissed. But the thing is the what he said was the reason why his case was dismissed. I know that they don't spell out every single detail. They use those legal terms or whatever the case may be. If you said what you said, it is what it is. But everybody else got their own principles or whatever that they live by. Now, granted, I do feel as though Boosie was wrong for, not picking up their phone and talking to somebody that he called his brother, he called his friend. They rallied all against Charleston White, and they was buddy when they was trying to go against Charleston White and get him canceled or whatever. So I feel as though if you could pull up on T.I. and you could have a conversation with him to go against another man, then you could pull up on him and tell him how you feel about something that he's doing or he did that you don't agree with. So both, to me, honestly, Boosie and T.I., they both get the side eye for me. But I can't do nothing but, respect Boosie for actually not being a hypocrite. He talked crazy about Gangsta when Gangsta told a similar story. He had to go ahead and speak his speech when it came to T.I., and he was asked the question pertaining to T.I. But when it comes to T.I., like, dude need to go into hiding. He need to shut the fuck up, and he need to stay off the internet for a little bit, because at this point you digging a bigger hole for yourself, and he's not realizing it because he's so narcissistic. He don't even realize that he digging a bigger hole for himself, because at this point, bro, you playing in our face. Like, I listened to the interview. I listened to the snippet of him telling the story, how it came about, what led to him telling it, and all of that. He even told what his cousin was doing in the streets, and how he was moving. I guess he was boosting or something. I don't know. It was something going on with his cousin, and he was telling what he actually was doing in the streets in order to make his money, his hustle. And you tell this whole story, and then you tell the story about how your lawyer came to you and tell you that, hey, they ain't even charging you for everything they could charge you for right now. But if you don't do this, then they gonna hit you with it. Your best bet is to say that this person did that. And T.I. rationalized in his mind, hey, I ain't getting nobody locked up. He even said it in the podcast. I ain't getting no man, woman, or child locked up. Ain't nobody getting locked up by nothing that I said. He made that disclaimer before he said what he said. Then he turned around and said, I'm just being honest. Dude, that's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's funny and comical is the fact that you tried to excuse what you did by saying that the nigga came and talked to you from the grave and you was talking to ghosts. That's the funny part. That's the comical part, because you used that part to justify what you were doing. That don't make the whole situation a joke. That's not the joke. Quit playing with us. We're intelligent people out here, and the fact that T.I. think he's so smart, the way he be whipping out that thesaurus, putting words together that don't go together, you know what I'm saying? And he be sitting up here trying to make it seem like other people slow and dumb. We understand what a joke is. We get a joke. If it was ever read as a joke, people would have been saying it in T.I.'s defense when he first said it, and was like, it really seemed like, dude, joking, y'all tripping. The internet be torn apart all the time with different subjects, right? I ain't seen them comment about T.I. was joking prior to T.I. saying he was joking. You was not joking when you said that. Ain't no black man that ever participated in any type of street activities is gonna play no gay shit, or they not finna play no snitch shit. They not about to do it. Like, they're not about to sit here and make a joke about something that somebody didn't ask you for. Nobody asked you for this extra information that you gave them hot off the press. You set up here and you gave them an exclusive. Nobody asked you that. You know what I'm saying? So no, it wasn't a joke. And at this point, T.I., he need to hush up. His son already out here doing the most, messing up their legacy or whatever. And here he is. He putting the nail in the coffin, sitting up playing with people intelligence, talking, I was joking. Well, the joke ain't funny. And I don't care nothing about it as far as, you know, the street code and all of that is concerned. That street code stuff, that's crazy or whatever. But that's what they subscribe to. So if you subscribe to that, you gotta adhere to those guidelines, and that's what this man subscribed to. But don't hop on this internet playing in our face talking about you were just joking. You weren't joking. You meant that. You meant that. And it's unfortunate that you said that, and I feel as though it's some type of guilt that comes with that. I'm gonna tell you, like, sometimes people do stuff like this. Sometimes people will do something where they do have a guilty conscience about a situation, and so they'll kind of let it spill out in a way where it could come out casually to see how people are going to take it. They kind of try to test the room and see how people going to take it. It's something that I think that T.I. has been carrying. He don't feel good about it, and he wanted to go ahead and release that because didn't nobody ask him of that. But it is what it is. But at this particular point, T.I. going out like a circus clown, and I'm not here for it. He just need to be quiet. It don't need to be no. If he was gonna say something, he shouldn't have said that. He shouldn't have tried to play in our face and act like we tripping, because of what he said. That's all I'm saying. But it's neither here nor there. This story is not gonna go away anytime soon. It's gonna be a whole lot of moving pieces to this. I'm pretty sure Boosie gonna respond again, and a lot of people going dive into this. But at the end of the day, this is a story of, however you want to look at it, it's a story of integrity. But the people are calling me. I got to get off here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me tonight. If you like the video, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the video, share it, or what have you. If you don't like it, still push the little thumbs down. It don't matter. Anyway, you could catch me here sporadically. That's the reason why you need to subscribe and turn on the bell, because I jump in when I feel like it. But every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time, you could catch me on the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. It goes down. If you like all things hip hop, that's where you want to find me at. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.